I'm Kim Holland, the rainmaker and leader of the Kim Holland Homes team at Keller Williams Realty Elite.
And I'm Jordan DeStefano, agent with the Kim Holland Homes team.
We're going to bring you the real truth of what happens behind the scenes of real estate.
We're not going to sugarcoat. We're going to tell you exactly what we have to do to get the deal done. Welcome back to Selling Long Island. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jordan DeStefano, here with my co-host Kim Holland of the Kim Holland Homes team.
Yep, how you doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
Let's do it.
We have so much to talk about. So this episode, I think we should touch upon some crazy scenarios that we've been involved in. So why don't we start off by talking about, we don't even have to name the people. We'll talk about the first $1 million house that you had.
Yeah, so this is just still my first month in real estate, one of the first clients I ever went out with. And it's actually new construction in Massapequa, $1.3 million listing.
Yeah.
So we meet the
all cash buyer.
Yeah, we meet the buyer there. It's actually the second time we're in the home with her. She had a little personal emergency. And so $1.3 million listing, you're excited.
Yeah.
And we're walking around the home. The home is coming out great. And she says word for word in the home,
yeah, 100%.
This is the one, and I want to make an offer, 1.3, full asking, all cash. This is the one. I'm confident I want it. So with me, in my first month and one of my first few clients, when I hear that, I'm having a party in my head, screaming, so excited. So
yeah,
we're gonna write up the offer. We tell her, check your email when you get home,
right?
All that stuff. So I'm texting my friends. I'm so excited. I'm calling my mom, telling her about this deal I'm about to do. Let's go. And then obviously things fall through. She kind of ghosts us for a little bit, and then we hear from her, and she's like, "We're not too confident. It's a new build. We want to wait till it's done." And then she's like, "Wait, maybe I do want it." And we're like, "There's another offer." Long story short, the deal falls through. We're still in touch with her. She still wants to buy, but crazy deal, especially my first few months. I was so excited, but that's what happens.
We still have her, which is great. And again, every client is different. Every personality is different. And we couldn't get proof of funds from her for the cash. We couldn't get in touch with her husband. It was her husband had to make all the decisions. But again, still our client. We're still seeing houses with them at the end of the day. I'm still very hopeful, that they're going to buy. But, that check is never yours. It's not even yours until the deal's in contract. It's and I don't mean it's yours once the deal is in contract. I mean it's not yours until literally the closing table when you get handed the actual check. So even when it's in contract, the check's not yours. When you're at the closing table, the check's not yours. We were at the closing table a couple weeks back, last month.
Yeah, and they said the check's not yours.
They were like, well, we can't close. There's not enough money to pay off the mortgage. And
then I think $455, $456, something like that. The money cleared on a Friday.
On a Friday, literally, it was $459 on a Friday, and it was okay,
icing on the
cleared.
Cake to a rough deal.
Yeah, so you just never know, and that's something that I tell all of our clients. Don't have no place to live the day of the closing. Anything could happen. So yes, you hope that you could close and you can get into that house, but somebody could get sick. There's a million, we are living in a world of human beings and interactions, and anything could happen, and you need to always make sure you have a place to live the day after the closing, because if it has to get pushed or postponed or whatever, and that's happened. Yeah. We had the other awesome client that she was placing sight unseen offers. And
I thought she was crazy. I still think she is.
They got accepted. We did an inspection. We walked away from that house. Second house, what happened?
So she makes a sight unseen offer, and then she actually meets us at the house after she makes the offer. We didn't get accepted. She makes another sight unseen offer. We get accepted. We meet at the inspection. She's like, wow, this house wasn't the pictures. I can't buy this house. I'll pay for the inspection, but I can't buy the house. So we're okay, no worries. We obviously understand. We send her a couple more homes. She's like, I want to offer on this home as well.
Right.
We get accepted. And of course, I know the listing agent. I want to make a good impression because I was newer.
Right.
And I just got an accepted offer on his listing. We're scheduling the inspection. She's like, oh, I could do that day. And then she's like, oh, wait, I don't think I can. I'm like, okay, when can you reschedule?
Right.
And that actually might be the last time we've heard from her.
Don't know if she's dead or alive. never reached back out to us. We tried to reach out to her, completely MIA,
Yeah, I
like,
mean, I understand.
off the face of the planet.
Yeah, buying a home is a huge decision. I get it. And if you're going to back out and something happens, we obviously understand. But
Right.
it would have been cool to maybe hear from her and maybe,
Yeah.
you know.
Like, what kind of a person would place a couple offers with you and then just disappear, just vanish,
I'm
vanish
not
into thin
sure.
air?
I mean, I would
So-
have really appreciated if we just got a text, be like, hey,
Yeah.
something happened with family, something happened with
Right.
blah, blah, blah. I'm not
Yeah.
going to buy anymore. Thank you for your help. But we haven't heard from her since. Maybe we will. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll help her one day.
Maybe
I'd
she'll
be
pop
open
back
to.
up mysteriously again. Who
know.
knows?
But
Yeah,
it's
some
just some of the few things you have to navigate in these crazy
Yeah.
deals. And that was definitely still when I was newer, and especially the first deal I was mentioning. That was kind of like the first taste I got of deals are not as smooth as you think.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't just go out. I mean, this is this picture that everyone paints of the real estate agent, that we walk into a house, we show the house is beautiful, they offer on it, and then, you know, we go to the closing table and we pick up the check. And it's really not how it happens. You know, we could schedule 5 or 6 showings, confirm them. Are you good? Night before, we text them, are you good? You're ready to see all these houses tomorrow, like, let's go get them. And then that morning they're like, you know what, something came up. I can't go out. Or, which I've learned to do now, is I reconfirm the morning of again, or they don't text you at all. And the first time that I did not do that, and I went to the first house, and they're like, oh, we're 10 minutes away. I sat at that first house probably an hour and was like, where are you? Are you okay? Are you in an accident? Like, what's going on? Nothing. And then like, okay, like, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Cancel house 2, house 3, house 4, house. And it's
And then
like,
the agents aren't happy with you.
the agents hate you because now their whole day is messed up. And it's like the buyer and the seller just have, they have there's no respect of like the job. It's a job that we actually do. And it's just, you know, it could be very disheartening, which is gonna be good for us because all those agents that signed up for this crazy, you know, 2021 3% interest rate, they're all gone
Yeah,
because they will never survive in this market. So that's a good thing.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. There's
Yeah.
just too many realtors, and a lot of people got it during the pandemic. They were home and they were bored, but it's just not what people think
Yeah.
it is. And there's going to be a lot of realtors exiting the business, and I'm totally okay with that because
I'm
there's
okay
too many.
with it too. It's work. You have to actually do work. And again, I think there's this misconception of commission, which I wish it was any other term other than commission, because we work for zero. We go out with those people and we get paid nothing. We go on a listing appointment, we get a listing, we spend thousands of dollars sometimes on promo and marketing, you know, videos and ads and whatever, and you don't even know if you're ever gonna sell the house or the seller, you know, it's just, we go out there and we give our time for free and we spend money without expecting anything back, hoping that it will all work out and we'll make money for the work we do at the end, but it's never guaranteed for us.
Yeah, there's
you
a
know?
lot of activities I've done in the last 6 months that ended up having no money made for me. There was one client we were working with who we showed 15 plus homes, and then she ended up buying her grandma's house.
Right,
Obviously,
right.
stuff like that happens, but
Yeah.
it's like we worked for them for free pretty much for a month or so.
Exactly,
It's just stuff that
exactly.
happens.
Yeah,
And I think, I mean, even with me too, I didn't understand much about real estate until I got into the business. I remember my first few months, my family's like, why aren't you making money? I'm like, well,
Right.
it takes time to build a business.
Yeah.
So that's really what it is. It's like you're a business owner, you're not really an employee. And a lot of people
exactly
don't
it.
really understand it.
yeah. What we get is we get our financial freedom, you know, and we get to, you know, make our own schedules and everything. And there's a lot, including the fact that there is no cap on what we can make. You know, you make, as hard as you work, that's how much money you're gonna make. And again, it's not reinventing the wheel. You have all these people that are making money. Everybody knows what they're doing. It's not a secret of what people are doing to make money. You just have to do it, again, yourself.
Yeah.
So, you know, trying to combine like the experience and knowing what to do and learning and the personalities of all the different clients and people and the attorneys and the inspectors, like it's not just, you're not just a real estate agent, you know, you're a therapist and you're a appointment maker and you're a concierge. You
Yeah,
know.
I remember a couple weeks ago, a client calls me. I was like, hey, just wanted to see how plans are progressing. Like, I know you said your daughter was looking to buy. I
Right.
reached out to her, having her back, and then she explained how her boyfriend, her daughter's fiance, cheated on her daughter, and now they're not buying
That was a good
anymore.
one.
There's
Yeah,
just
that's
certain
always great.
things you can't make up. There's certain things that happen in people's life.
Yeah. They're
and
not buying anymore because somebody cheated.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
dealing with another customer right now who we're working with her, and she's not married. She had a couple divorces, but she has a new boyfriend. Boyfriend isn't moving in with her, but he's involved in the deal. So there's just so much to navigate.
Yeah.
You can't even predict it. You just kind of have to go with the
Yeah.
flow in each specific deal.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that, you know, we could shed some light on, you know, how important we are, and you know, it's just you can't really do a deal without a real estate agent, because it's just too much. There's too much to know, too much to do. People can't vet their own clients. They don't know what to ask, what to look for.
Yeah, and we're so crucial. I mean, there's just so many things you can't predict, and you have to help in every which way. And there's so many
Yeah.
different ways deals could die. And I know we've been talking about all the hectic things that happen, but at the end of the day, when you close and you put someone in a new home and you
Yeah.
help them achieve
It's so rewarding.
homeownership, it makes it worth it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Even the check is kind of like in the back of your mind when you help somebody out. And
Right.
So it's worth it, even though all the
definitely
crazy
is.
things that go on.
Yeah, they're so happy. I mean, I wish that I had bought, you know, when I was in my 20s. So it's really exciting to see, you know, all these different age groups of buying in their 20s, or downsizing, you know, in their later years, or retiring and, you know, moving out into a second or a third home. You know, it's just putting somebody into a home or selling somebody's home and helping them with that whole journey and get to the next place is, you know, it's a very special thing to be a part of in somebody's life. It's a life event that you're part of.
Yeah, and you're not only putting someone in a new home, you're kind of helping them make the biggest investment of their life. Like, I know I
Yeah.
could beat it to death at this point of how many times I've said real estate is the greatest investment, and I know everybody hears that statistic, 90% of all millionaires. And I thought at first, I was like, wow, there's a lot of real estate investors out there. But what I didn't realize, that statistic, 90% of all millionaires became a millionaire through real estate, is because
Yeah.
of basic home ownership.
Yep.
Like, for example, one of the open houses I was at a couple weeks ago, I was talking to the agent. He said, yeah, the original owners bought this home for $17,000. Now they're selling it for $800,000.
Right.
We're dealing with a seller to buy in Queens right now. They just sold it for $1.1 million. They bought it for $40,000.
Right.
So you're helping someone achieve like a huge investment as along with the new home ownership.
Yeah, long-term gains, long-term gains. With that being said, I want to thank you again for joining us on this episode of Selling Long Island. I am Kim Holland.
And I'm Jordan DeStefano, and we'll see you on the next episode.
See you.